I decided to do my part of the presentation of civil rights over Malcolm X. Malcolm X was born on May 13th, 1925. He was an important person to the civil rights movement because he served as a public face for black supremacy. He was a minister, a writer, and a human rights activist. He was also an important person of the black Muslim faith. He taught the followers to defend themselves against white aggression by any means. He was born a little, but he later changed his last name to X to rid his slave name. He soon became an influential leader of the Islam of the nation, and that allowed a mixture of Islam with black nationalism and helped encourage young blacks searching for hope for equal rights. Malcolm was an important figure in advancing civil rights in America because of his words of wisdom. He had a famous speech, and it was known as God's Judgment of White America. And he is bringing awareness in this speech of violence that was caused by the whites in the U.S. He began to spread these types of messages of the civil rights struggle throughout the United States in the 1960 through 1965. He had a famous book, and it was the autobiography of Malcolm X, and this gave ideas among black youth, and it later caused a foundation of the Black Power movement in the 1960s and the 1970s. On February 21st, 1965, Malcolm X was shot by a Nation of Islam while speaking at a rally of his organization in New York City. On the second part of my presentation, I'm going to be talking about OXFAM. In 1995, OXFAM was formed by a non-governmental organization whose aim was to work for a greater impact to reduce poverty and injustice internationalization. It was funded in Britain in 1942. The name comes from Oxford Committee and the Female Relief. Their goal is to work for an injustice in poverty and to tackle the root cause of poverty and create lasting solutions, as well as help save lives in disasters. In conclusion, Malcolm X was a big part in the civil rights movement due to the impact he made with his speeches and books. His goal was to bring an awareness to the inequality that was going on in America at the time. The organization OXFAM is what allows the world to have the right justice in poverty, that creates solutions for making the world a better place. And that includes my portion of the project. Thank you.